playing that game, preparing for that game, especially off the court? You have so much family stuff going on.
Yeah, I mean, it's always really interesting. I mean, our house was always like, you know, you wake up in the morning, you see what Santa brought you, you open up the gifts, and then it's like, okay, gotta go. You know what I mean? And, you know, this year it's a little different because it's a night game for the first time, but, you know, those afternoon games are always a little tough.
And how long have you been Santa here now? It's been a few years for you.
Oh, I mean, you know, every year. Every year. Yeah.
And I know this is one of the things that you really like because you know what it means to all these young folks.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's always good to be around kids. I mean, you have to try to, you know, inspire them as much as you can, and, you know, make their days as much as you can, and, you know, have them be around things and expose them to things, and, you know, joke around with them, you know, talk to them a little bit. I mean, that's what we all should do.
Kobe, what's on your Christmas list?
God, I haven't even thought about that. iPad Pro. Something tangible.
Are there any special Bryant family traditions?
Well, every year we go and watch the Nutcracker. So, you know, this year American Ballet Theater, we watch the Nutcracker. And we do that every year for the last 15 years.
You have been talking about feeling more and more comfortable on the floor, and was last night an example of what you were talking about?
Yeah, I mean, I'm consistently feeling good now. You know, I feel like I have my legs underneath me, and, you know, I feel strong, and so I feel like my timing's good.
Because a lot of times when the team comes back from a long road trip, the first game back, they always kind of wonder about what's going to happen. But last night it was just the opposite. Yeah,
generally that's the case. You always have a little bit of malaise when you come back from a road trip, first game back, but we look sharp.
Was that road trip everything you thought it would be with all the accolades given your way?
More. I didn't expect that at all. I mean, it's been, it was a long trip, but it was a beautiful trip in that regard.
When you look at the first 18 games or so, where you're like 4 for 20, 1 for 14, let's say, did you know you could get through that, or were you doubting that you could play at this level where you have the last 5 games consistently?
Well, I mean, I knew that I was going to keep pushing and pushing, and you know, either I was going to get through it or I wasn't. But, you know, I wasn't going to capitulate to it and not try. You know what I mean? I was going to continue to work and, you know, and stay after it. And if I turn the corner, that's fantastic. If I don't, it means I couldn't do it.
Was that one of the things you were at peace with, or was there fear or the doubt of not? What would it have meant if you hadn't been able to get there?
Well, it just means I can't, you know, overcome Father Time at this moment in time. It means I just can't do it. You know what I mean? And I would have been fine with that because I've literally tried everything. You know, so I'm, you know, if it didn't work out, then, you know, it is what it is. You got to cut your losses.
So have you overcome Father Time?
Well,
no longer undefeated?
Well, in the aspect of the last 5 games, man, I feel great. I mean, I don't feel like like I felt at the start of the season. I feel good. I'm moving well. I'm not sore after games or anything like that. So, you know, from the challenge of where I started at the beginning of the season to where I am now, I would say, yeah.
Kobe, ¿qué representa este regalo para los niños, Kobe?
¿Mande?
¿Qué representa este regalo para los niños? Estaban muy emocionados, algunos llorando.
No, es felicidades a todos, ¿no? En Navidad es un momento muy especial de este año. Nosotros estamos muy orgullosos para estar aquí con estos niños.
¿Sabías que algunos de ellos no tienen casa y este es el mejor
sí,
momento?
Sí, yo sé. Ahora tirando con estos niños y hablando con ellos, pensamos que es una cosa muy especial para ellos.
Hey, Kobe, Adam Silver was saying the other day that, like, even with the start that you had, just obviously your career and what you meant to the game, that you should have definitely been starting. Do you have any particular feeling with that?
No, I mean, it'd be great to play in it. You know, if I'm not in it, I'm not going to beat myself over that either. You know, I think it's, I'll support the game no matter what, support the players no matter what. So, you know, it doesn't.
Well, what would this one mean to you, obviously, last year?
Well, I mean, you know, it'd be great, you know. But at the same time, you know, I played in a lot of them. You know what I mean? So it's always great to have the younger guys step up and get their opportunities as well. I mean, I've played in quite a few, you know. So, you know, if I'm fortunate to be there, you know, I'll be extremely grateful of that. And if I'm not, same token, I'll be extremely grateful for the opportunities that I've had.
One of Santa's chair.
Yeah, I was Santa's worker. Yeah, I wasn't Santa himself. I was Santa's worker. So.
Workers don't get hats like those pointy shoes.
No, I didn't. I mean, I didn't want to falsely represent the North Pole.
One of the great things I know
More like a
that-
contractor.
I know one of the things that you take great pride is watching the maturity and watch these young guys develop, because I've seen on the games where you come off the bench just as happy as they are themselves when they succeed.
Yeah, I mean, these are things that we discuss and talk about prior to games and in practices and things like that on certain strategic adjustments. And when they make them during the game, and you see they see the payoff and you see the excitement. It's probably more exciting for me than it is for them.
How much during the trip you're talking about trying to get your legs back, doing different routines? How much of a challenge was it to find some kind of pattern where you could feel like your body was back where you needed to be so you could perform?
Yeah. Well, it was kind of a game-to-game thing, you know what I mean? Like there's certain games where I go into and I feel pretty good, legs feel pretty good, and then the game starts and I don't have them, you know what I mean? So it was always kind of like a wait-and-see thing. And then one game came, I felt good. Next game felt good. Next game felt better. And then it was like, okay, I can start feeling a little bit more comfortable moving around on the floor and shooting pull-ups and, driving the ball and things like that. But it was just kind of just trial and error.
Was there a game that was a specific turning point where you started to feel like yourself?
San Antonio, because that was kind of coming towards the end of the trip, and I thought that was going to be a game which was going to be pretty tough for me to kind of muster up the legs, but they were there. And so that kind of let me know that I might have turned the corner.
Well, did you remember the first time you were swarmed by kids at something like a charity event and what that moment felt like for you?
Yeah, actually, it's funny. I do, because we just talked about it. Trevor Ariza was one of those kids. Yeah, he really was. I mean, he was at the Forum, and we were doing an event like this and taking pictures with kids, and he was one of the kids. And he came up, and I signed an autograph for him and took a picture with him, and yeah, he still has it. I mean, it's crazy.
Obviously, you're used to this thing now since you've done it for so many years. But do you remember what went through your mind the first time that people came up to you and you said they worshipped you?
I mean, it was strange feeling, right, to go through something like that. You know what I mean? But then you quickly understand that you have an opportunity to really inspire people in a positive way, and to help make their day, or to help them forget about whatever hardships they may be going through. And I think that's a great responsibility to have.
Do you take these events more in now, knowing that, all right, this is the last holiday party we got?
No, because I'll be doing many more events like this. You know what I mean? Even more so, because I'm not playing. So it's really just the beginning. I mean, it'll continue to evolve and continue to grow and continue to do more things and reach more people. So.
You got the chance to show Ariza something tomorrow.
I mean, what more can I show? I mean, we've.
Make up for the game you guys just lost. You have a good relationship with Trevor. I mean, you guys won a championship together. You guys communicate a lot. You keep
Yeah, we stay in touch. We absolutely. I mean, all the guys from that team we stay in touch with, right? So, I had a chance to catch up with him a little bit in Houston and see his son who's growing leaps and bounds, and get a chance to catch up with him again tomorrow. So.
As far as the team is concerned, can you start to see the light at the end of the tunnel as far as the way they are progressing and coming along?
Yeah, they're getting better. I mean, they're playing consistently. D'Angelo's been extremely consistent. Julius had a great game last night, so hopefully we've established some kind of rhythm where we can start doing that night in and night out.
Kobe, are you a Star Wars fan?
Oh, of course.
Yeah?
Oh,
Looking
yeah.
forward to the movie, you'll go see it?
I am. Everybody that I've spoken to over there that's worked on the film is says it's probably the best Star Wars they've ever created, and that's a big statement. So I'm looking forward to it.
If you could compare yourself to a character from the movie, which one would it be?
Darth Vader, of course. I mean, but I don't take orders from the Emperor though. So. It should be like Darth Emperor, maybe.